morning, guys. It's your old pal Brian. It's well, I don't know, around 7 a.m. March 1st, year of our Lord 2025. Also happens to be my 65th birthday, 61st birthday. Watch it now. Yeah. Well, listen to me wax philosophic about yesterday. About 15 years ago, I got into this hobby, and sure enough, one of the first things I did was overbuy and crash. Hurt my feelings. Oh, it's just terrible.
Binding. Middle rates, low rates, high rates.
I put my big girl pants on though. Decided it was probably a good idea to go ahead and get into the rebuild. And just mechanically inclined anyway, so it turned out just fine. I was able to put my stuff back together. At that time it was like a Blade 250 or something. Just beat itself to death out in the they call it the chicken dance, when your helicopter gets loose of you and beats itself to death. But that's what it did in my driveway, and I spent $110 on repair parts and put her back together and flew her. That's what I do. So yeah, thank you guys, truly, for all your well wishes. But yeah, if you fly, you're gonna crash. I actually have a saying that many of you that already know me know, and that's basically the day you finish doing the build, take a picture of it, because it's never going to look like that again, ever. From something as simple as car rash to hangar rash to drilling it, just not going to be beautiful anymore. In my case, flight number 5 or 6, that's exactly what happened. Give me a George pass there. So shout out to all y'all's AMCRC, of course Dale and Virginia Bareback Boy. We'll have more on him later. McMoyer, of course the Rowdies, my pal excuse me, goodness, still dealing with allergies here in Florida. It's terrible. I don't know, can you see the plants, like the tree, that Drake elm next to me? It has just started to pop all those beautiful new leaves. It is happening. Did I say George? Yeah, we'll address George. George, you're exactly right. I think back in the old days when I was working and I just had so little time, what I would do is crash a plane or whatever, drone, whatever, and then just immediately start the rebuild, because out of 8 days a month that I got off from work, 7 of them I would actually work. So I get 1 day off a month, and that went on for years. Now, as my wife started to do very well at the end of her career, I went ahead and fired all but my day job. But I would do all my side hustles, and it would prevent me from having a whole lot of time to do anything. And man, if you crash something, you need to get on it, because it may be months and months before you can get it back fixed. This thing behind me, probably this weekend, because my wife's doing the interior of it, is ready to go. I have done some beautiful work on the sides of it. Let's see if I can get out here. The 3 slide outs don't have quite as much as clear coat on it as does the balance of the rig. So it, what you see there is where there's metal studs. You're just seeing where the dew has glommed onto it. But these two slide outs, that's what these things are called, that extend the width of the room. I put the whammy on them yesterday and got all kinds of wax. I mean, they just shiny. Well, I want to do a little bit more work that way, and this thing will be ready to go, and I'll probably do that today after the water cooks off of it, condensation. But the rig looks beautiful. She's just beautiful. So today, on my birthday, I'm going to go ahead and do some work anyway. Yeah, this slide out turned out real nice as well. I mean, she is shiny. It's hard to see with the dew on it, but she is shiny. Look at that beautiful Drake elm. It was naked the last time I was out here walking around with you guys. I have, let's say, I'll be on the road 232 days this year, and then I'll be home. I'll be on the road 223 days this year, and I'll be home 232 days, if I got that right. I think that's what I printed in the forums. AMRC, this is what it looks like. I actually like this. Secretly, at the time, I had plenty of time to pull this thing down. It takes about 2.5 hours to replace the board, and that's if you ended up with the wrong board, or a correct board. If you end up with the wrong board, you got to do a little bit more surgery to it. We're going to stay away from Mr. Pool in case this thing goes to set itself down. But yeah, there's a million screws. I think I sent you the teardown from that guy, Andrej Strum. This is beautiful, just beautiful. Yeah, it really is. So I had enough time to go ahead and break this thing down, and there are 900 screws, and it turned out to be great. It went apart easy, and it went back together easy, relatively speaking. Because the old board that was originally on there didn't have slots to plug in for lights, I was all happy to see that the new one did. And I found out that that's most likely what has happened to my, excuse me.
Throttle warning. Switch warning. Flight mode 2.
Bear with. Yeah, I end up having to do that to that helicopter, put a new board in. I actually have 2 of those boards because they're like $10 a piece, and I thought I ordered the wrong board. Turned out I ordered the right board, but through communications difficulties and trying to speak with, trying to cipher BS
Throttle active.
overseas websites, couldn't figure it out. So what we ended up doing was, oh yeah, the original board did not have that those opportunities, which is weird because the mold of the aircraft suggested quite clearly that it was set up for potential for light kit. So you can see where the molds were. So went ahead and put that light kit in there. It turned out real good. I actually have another light kit, and if I run out of stuff to do next year when I get home, I can go ahead and put a light kit on the other bell. Tried to do a light kit on this thing, as I've discussed on more than one occasion, but it's the old board. It's not meant for having a light kit installed or to plug it in. So as I had mentioned, I tried series, I tried parallel, I tried everything. It just confounds me why I cannot have a set of lights on here. But it's all good. I mean, you know, gives George something to gloat about. and gloat as you should. Your aircraft look lovely. Just lovely. So the wind's going to pick up today, going to pick up tomorrow in a big way. Today my son comes to visit and his wife, and we'll have dinner out on the grill. Yeah, dead of winter in Florida. We'll be eating hamburgers and hot dogs and hanging out at the pool by the grill. Yep, that's life in Florida. That's why I come back here. That, and I own that home that oddly is worth a small fortune because I'm 21 miles from Disney. And as you've noticed, I have a yard. We all have a half acre up here. So you know, I'll never sell the house. I'll die right in that house. The Juarez family, or the Huynh family, whoever ends up buying this years from now, I hope it's about 20, will have some unbelievably good, what do they call that? Because I've had such a lovely time growing up here, you know. I bought this house 30-something years ago from an old man and his wife who had to leave. This was their retirement home. And about 10 years into it, the old man, Mr. Dick Lampkin, who's long dead, developed Alzheimer's, and he had one son in Arkansas, and he had to sell this house post haste and moved to Arkansas. And I bought it without a realtor. It was awesome. Yeah. But the karma, I guess, is what I'm trying to tell you, of this house and all the good that we've had and enjoyed in it will immediately transfer to the new owner, to include my second Labrador Retriever's carcass that I'm walking over right now. There'll be another lab buried out here. 2. That's how life is. I'm telling you, man, crashing an airplane like that is like an allegory of life. You know, you got to take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. No one gets out of this alive, particularly humans and your equipment. No one. Same can be said about golf or any other sport or endeavor, hunting. You know, it's all about life and death and what you do in between, without waxing too philosophic. Shout out to young Cassie and her mother Josh, Gretchen, and Cynthia. And holy crap, let's not crash that thing into the tree. I need this thing to go on the road with me. You know, there's the former berm pile. So yeah, today I'm going to knock around and do chores on my birthday. That does not bother me. That's my joy, actually, is getting stuff done. Wife's going to go to a doctor appointment here in just a few minutes. She'll be back and she'll probably go ahead and start finishing up the rig. I'll be doing things to prepare for my son and his wife getting here, like making the hamburger patties. And it'll be a nice whirlwind trip with them. I have guests arriving Tuesday late, leaving Thursday, and I'm just jazzed about them. Y'all will hear more about that in the coming days. What else? Then after that, another friend of mine comes to visit. She'll stay overnight. One day I'm going to try to talk her into 2, because that'll be it. We're not going to see her. She may come visit us on the road. She's done it before. Twice, actually. Of all my friends and loved ones, she's the only one to come and visit us on the road. Everybody else has got a life. Makes you look like you know what you're doing. So yeah, George, you're right. Generally, in the old days, I would have obsessed and as quickly as I could bang that thing back together. Maybe not quite as nice as it should be, and that's significant because the hull tore open on it. It landed, I think, on the starboard side and clipped the wingtip, and then jammed all of my all of my retracts in. So what'll happen there is major surgery, and really, if I killed the main gear retracts servo, the word is that it's almost impossible to get to. So what I'm going to do is attack that when I get home, because it's going to be a hassle, and I will win, you know. Yeah, I might take some pictures of it and post it on RCG just to show the extent of the damage. It doesn't look real bad, and it's not the cosmetic, it's just the landing gear and that sort of thing is really messed up. Isn't that thing beautiful? I mean, it's just beautiful. And yes, it would be funny if it plonked into the water, but whatever. I think I'll fly for 20 minutes.
Throttle hold.
Yeah, the old guys out at the club love these things. As they should. I mean, let's be honest. Does it get any better? If I'm looking at this or not. Alright, on the Mega Piffle, why don't you come one more time with me, and we'll take the... Yeah, one of these was a little tight getting in the other day, and that leads me to believe that that battery ain't so good. We'll fly it until you can't. I literally have like 5 batteries for this thing, way more than what you need. Okay, let's fly the last one, shall we? It's going to be hot today. It'll be almost 80. So kids will come tonight. It'll be a whirlwind trip. They'll be out of here by 9 or so. My son's got to go to work tomorrow morning. He's a firefighter paramedic.
Throttle warning. Switch warning. High rate.
Excuse me, goodness.
Takeoff. Stabilize mode. 0 volts.
Yeah, you can fly that MD 500 for a week to 10 days. Yeah, I got yard work yet to do. I'm going to have this thing squared away. When the yard boy gets here, I need to trim these hedges as much as I hate to.
Throttle active.
Might even do them by hand. Andrej Strum posted a really nice little video for people that have multi-protocol radios to go ahead and program up their helicopter for it. I'm actually going to go back through what I have and see what that amounts to. If I got the channels and stuff right. I'm trying not to bring the
Stabilization off.
trying not to bring the radio with me, in case first of all, I couldn't bind that radio back to this thing anyway. I did their binding procedure, didn't work. I'll have to, if I bring the radio, I'll have to query the group. Hey, y'all have any luck rebinding? And if so, how the hell did you do it? Because the instructions do not work. So my neighbor,
8.2
in the distance you see his Solitude. He travels concurrently about the same time I do, but they're about 5 years behind us on what you want to do. So what I'm telling you is that, like, they went out west last year and it was great and that sort of thing. So now they want to go ahead and, you know, do the Midwest and then west this year. So we can't really quite travel together yet because we have 2 different goals. And since we all agree we have more time behind us than we do ahead of us, what we want to do is, all right, I'll see you in a little while.
8.1 volts.
Love you. Going to the dock. He needs to knock out all his, what we call low-hanging fruit trips first, right? So he's been doing maintenance on his rig. I've been doing maintenance on mine. These things are not unlike a house on wheels, and they're just, I mean, I can't, and luckily they're both made very well. So there's not a lot of broke stuff on them, like the interiors are beautiful. But getting up underneath and checking tires and all the all the trappings of taking care of equipment is what we do when we're home for the. We get home for the fall, and in America, we enjoy Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, and all the small made-up deals in between. So what we're doing is getting all our visiting in with our loved ones, getting in all 900 of our doctor appointments, and just doing everything we need to do to hurry up and get ready for the road. So now we're in equipment. I'm going through the house, anything that needs to be done on it, which is, I'm done. Yeah, everything that needs to be done is done. I'm going to do some, esoteric polishing and that sort of thing of this rig. But mechanically, that thing's done. It's ready to go. I maintain several do lists, even though I try to be efficient, and I have a really neat note taker called Keep that allows me to keep myself, if you will, organized. Yet I still print it out and then I write handwritten notes near it. So I need to go compile all my notes. I'll do that while my wife's away this morning. Tomorrow is my actual birthday celebration, March 2nd. I thoroughly enjoy hanging out with just my bride and I by the pool all day and just taking it easy and enjoying each other's company immensely. My wife and I have an odd relationship. It's odd. It's built on respect and care of each other, and we just think the world of each other. We've been blessed. Not everybody enjoys that. Just a neat lady. And that's why I've admonished her to never die. Because if she does die, they're going to dig a hole big enough for both of us, because I'm coming right with you, baby. When you talk to a cop and a nurse about life, it's tough because we will not ignore the morose and frankly, the reality of our existence. So my thought is that if I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me, and I married this beautiful lady, actually right now she's 7 years my senior, but she's 8 years my senior. Hey, Ellie Bells. We need to not concern ourselves so much with the time that we have left, but moreover, enjoying the time that we have left. Landing. I think this is beautiful. Well, that was a George landing. Like that. So, in review, crashing's part of the job. What would I say? Crashing's part of flying, flying's part of crashing. Dying is part of living, living's part of dying. Each and every day I wake up, I am so pleased that I've done so. And I thank the Lord every day that I've had this opportunity to spend time on this plane of existence. So yeah, did I crash a whirly gig yesterday? Yeah. Could have just buy another one? Yeah. Half the fun's putting that stuff back together. Today there again is my birthday, and I'm really not woo-woo about that kind of thing. It's no big deal. I just use it as an opportunity to celebrate something, anything. And look forward to celebrating this evening with my son and his wife. Uh-oh. And tomorrow with me and my wife, just hanging by the pool all day, bobbing around in the hot tub. And then we get back to work for expecting guests and loved ones. I'm getting ready to get the hell out of here with that thing. It takes I'd say about 3 days of just 3 or 4 hours a day to pack that thing in. So the only thing different from my rig here and my home is the overall size. Everything that I need in my home, I basically need here, from air fryers to tools to toys. And yeah, so what I'll do is transition my house, and most of the stuff we have is already redundant in here with the exception of clothes and medicine and my whirly gigs and other things you need to do to be civil while you're away 2/3 of the year. Yeah, that thing's almost ready to go. All systems work, from the unlimited hot water heater to the 2 beautiful air conditioners up top that keep me cold in the summer and warm in the winter. Those are heat pumps. Yeah, everything is looking like it's wanting to be ready to go. And then I put this house, like if you were up north, you'd leave your heater on 40 to keep your whole house from freezing. Well, we actually leave the heater or the air conditioner on 88 so the house doesn't get stale and grow mold. I have a massive checkout list for all that stuff. Yeah. Man, I can't thank y'all enough for being foolish enough to hang around with me. And we'll see you.